Luke, I am your father. I need a Star Wars mask instead of this mask. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. However, it's 9:07. But sometimes when we do this stuff, other things take priority and you got to get them done. But I'm Greg Mester, your Scrum Master and Agile Coach. Sorry we're late. This is episode 226. And a lot of things going on lately. Here we talk about this. I'm Greg Mester. We talk about Agile and Scrum in a tactical and practical way, so you can get home to your family and friends, have some fun, bring more value to your customer, work decent hours, and have some fun, right? And maybe do some side gigs or whatever you want to do, help the community, as we talked before. Get some more, karma. Build good karma by helping out others. Anyway, so I'm late today because as things go and plans change, and that's why we do Scrum and Agile, and that's why we do sprints, and now it's why we do sprint planning and IP planning when you do safe, and our PI planning when you do safe, and lay that out. So yeah, so going to work yesterday, and I had another thing on the schedule, but I'm changing it. The rate of the product owner says you can change the scope before the event happens, right? Before sprint planning. So I'm changing a little bit based on things that come up. Business stuff happens, right? This is why we do sprints. Stuff happens. So with the coronavirus and why I had the mask, right? Just to show, got to wear the mask. So I think this is overkill, and I don't think this is the right way. But some people, to all their own, if they really feel they need it. And some people do when they have respiratory issues. So there's a lot of push right now with this coronavirus to cancel PI planning events for large, safe organizations, cancel events, cancel meetings, do it differently, and things like that. And what I want to talk about is virtualization of your PI planning session. One of the things that happens lately is they want to cancel it. You don't want to cancel it, right? They're like, I think the answer is, if we can't do it, we're just going to cancel it. But that's not the reason why we do the PI planning and safe or any type of large event. It's about getting the priorities and deliverables and the backlog and talking with each other about dependencies and make sure we're all on the same page, right? So this is what they're missing. So their thing is, if we can't all get, it's like, if we can't all be in the room and be quote unquote pure present in the thing, we should just cancel it all together. And I'm like, no, don't cancel it. It's critical for how you're going to work in the future. And people have to understand that. So that's why I'm putting out this little video. I'm going to keep it short so I can put it on LinkedIn shortly as a raw video. What I've been doing over the past couple months with the organization I have been making a lot of stuff, building dashboards and virtualization, saying, hey, rather than create PowerPoint slides and hand type this stuff, it's already in the system. Here's how you bring it out. We can present it, cutting down time it takes them to run the actual PI. Well, I also prophesized, what I call prophesize. I also said, if we're going to do these giant PI planning systems, because the way the organization is set up is they have a lot of big organizations, that there are dependencies. Problem is, one group would have one PI planning in 1 week, and the other one have another week, and the other one another week. And what the problem that causes is that this group over here in the first week commits to their work and their backlog. The next one that may have a dependency to that group hasn't had a chance to commit, and they'd be trying to go into the other group that's already committed and say, I need you to do some work to support work I need. And then there's a third group out here that needs all three of them, and then it just makes it a mess. So the idea is to build these bigger PI planning sessions, which works, right? Because you get all the systems, they can do architecture, they can talk about how they would impact each other, right? How they may do the same things rather than do it 3 different times in 3 different parts, where we can all agree, hey, maybe this group will do this part, which we'll all use to do what we want to do, save some time and effort. Don't have to, and we were getting to that point and how we can virtualize it so everybody can be in the room and take advantage of that at the same time, right? That's why we want to do this giant PI planning. But what I was trying to get at, let's make it more efficient, less labor. I want more communication in the team, less making PowerPoint slides, right? I wanted to get away from PowerPoint slides. I want the teams in there talking, and that's the purpose. So one of the things we came up when I was working on last night is how to virtualize the PI planning, because they're all worried about having 200, 400, 500 people in a hotel, and God knows what's going to spread on that one, right? But then we had the flu, same thing. So what we're building up is WebExes, Skype. I'm using Slack and Mattermost. I've been trying to implement it, but maybe this is the trigger to get them all to use Slack and Mattermost, where they built little channels where you could talk about a topic, invite people in so that they can discuss it and use the system, and everybody has access to their computers. They can work from the offices, whatever they do, their normal job. Longer term, what I see is this is an avenue from which to involve offshore into the PI planning. Because on day one, if you plan all this stuff out in the business, it's all virtual in the system. You see all the Slack, you see all the Mattermost, you see all the channel discussions. Then the people offshore, you say, hey, your day is to review all the architecture diagrams, look at all the things that impact what we're doing, look at the work, look at the epics, comment in the system on them, chat on the channel, so that when we come back the next day into the system, we have your feedback. We take your thoughts into what we're planning and readjusting on the second day. So it has potential real value here. I hear so many companies that I can't ship 400 people from India to the United States to attend PI planning, so PI planning is a failure. Maybe we need to rethink the box a little bit, so when we have one of these distributed organizations, we can do that. So sometimes chaos and change and constraints trigger you to have to think differently to solve your problem. And that's the beauty of Agile and Scrum. It's taken a while because they're all waterfall group, getting to where I'm trying to get them there. They're getting there. I'm giving them seeds, and they're taking it, owning it, and adjusting it, and I'm letting it go, which is great, because now they got wiki pages and how they're going to do it. It's linked to the data, so they can post their risk, and everything's all live, and it's controlled, and everybody can see it at the same time. It's awesome. So they're getting there. So I just want to suggest, in this day of coronavirus panic, use it as an opportunity to grow your organization, to make it more efficient, to do what you need. It's a great opportunity. Try some virtualization. I will say, I do agree in person has better and more levels of communication, but sometimes logistics, constraints, budget, travel, whatever, sickness, natural disasters prevent that from happening. And you need a backup plan. But if you're so used to working in a virtual environment, it's for an Agile organization, you can go together and you can go remote, and you can bounce and forth and leverage the best of both worlds. So wanted to share that with you. We're at the 8-minute mark. Hey, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. I want to keep this short because I want to post it up on LinkedIn, share it today because it's a hot issue, and I want to try to help people. So feel free to text me ideas, questions, whatever you have about virtualization of your PI planning, large event planning related to Scrum and Agile. I'll be happy to send you some ideas and thoughts, and we can definitely hash it out. So Jimmy, good to see you from Texas. Hello, Texas. And you know what? Happy Scrumming, everyone. Boom. I hope I spelled it right. Anyway, take care. Have a great day. Ring the bell. Share with your friends. And I made a TikTok video this morning, too. Not only did a presentation, but we did a TikTok. What's going up, too. Take care. Take care. Bye.